Hello? 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 Oh, there you are. Hi. I was hella ratchet over the weekend. Dude, I was ratchet as Actually, hey, I didn't twerk once, okay? I did do helicopter dick a few times, but I did not twerk. Every single time someone invited somebody, if they weren't a streamer, they brought like 5 other people. And then if somebody else were to invite somebody, they brought like 3 other people. Everything just turned into like, I don't know. It was too much. It was too much. So we kind of just made a gentleman's agreement to invite streamers. And that was pretty much it. It was just streamers and like the significant others of those streamers, and that was it. That's pretty much all we stuck to. I didn't do a meetup, which maybe we should put together some type of meetup next time. It was a lot less organized than I thought it was gonna do. It was a lot. There was so much. We trolled everybody the entire weekend. The thing is, Peaches had a 3-day ticket to Twitchcon. I had a 1-day ticket to Twitchcon, and we never even went to Twitchcon. That was the weekend. If you want to know how it went, we never actually went to Twitchcon. Good, those foam pits were debilitating. That was like the dumbest shit I've ever seen Twitch do. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, that looks fun as shit. And I was like, Peaches, I challenge you. Bring it, bitch. She's like, I'll fucking kick your ass. I was like, let's go. Best of 3. And then we found out that it wasn't a foam pit. It was just foam covered concrete. And I was like, no, I'm too much of a bitch. You could just auto win. That's fine. And then after I figured that out, that one girl like broke her back in 2 different places. I was like, Jesus, what the fuck? And then the other person like dislocated her kneecap or some shit. What were they even thinking? What was Twitch thinking? I'm pretty sure that there like has to be a lawsuit. Yeah, so Adriana won, and she was like, yeah, I won. And then she like jumped off of it. Oh my God! Like jumped off the platform to land in the foam because, you know, when there's foam things all around you, you expect it to be a foam pit, you know, because that's what it looks like. It wasn't really a foam pit. So she landed on her ass and like fucked up her tailbone in 2 different areas and had to get rods. But the thing is, it's like, even if they said don't jump off the platform, you still have these like foam things that you're hitting each other with. So you're gonna knock somebody off. They're gonna be all off balance. These people aren't trained how to fall. They're not like skateboarders or snowboarders or athletic people of that type of caliber, right? These are fucking Twitch streamers. Naturally, there's going to be injuries. I don't know what Twitch was thinking. It's one of those things that everyone must have looked at it and been like, this is such a stupid idea. I should bring something up. And then they said, everyone knows it's a stupid idea. They won't actually go through with it. Somebody else would have already brought it up. And I think everyone had that same thought process, so nobody brought it up that it was a bad idea. That's the only thing I could think of. Dude, BBT is so sick. We got along pretty much as well as we thought we were going to, if not better. However, we had a last second member of our house, all right? So we got an Airbnb, and it was me, Lobo Peaches, level 99 Herbie, right? Those 3 people, right off the bat, horrible degenerates, right? We're like the worst people in the entire Magic community. Like the worst, right? We're not role models. We should not be listened to. We are not to be trusted, right? But, so, somebody needed a place to stay, needed a place to crash, like last minute. And that was Nessa Meow Meow. Now, I don't know if you know who Nessa Meow Meow is, but she's like mostly really family friendly-ish, I think. Nessa had to work at a booth, so this is Nessa. She had to work at this booth every single day, so she had to get up early for the con. We felt so bad, like every single day. We tried to not keep her up, and I think we did okay, but like none of us really knew her, almost at all. All right. And she's not really a drinker or like a weed smoker or anything. So it was, I don't want to say it was awkward, but we thought it was going to be really awkward. But she's actually like a massive nerd and really fucking cool. So I don't know if you ever get to see her like streaming or hanging out. She's really cool. Like she's just cool as fuck, right? Yeah, see, here you go. This is Nessa. She's like a huge card game nerd. You start talking to her about card games and she'll just go off for hours. It's awesome. She's hilarious. She gets to see the fire show? No, she actually left that morning. Unfortunately, she left early because I'm pretty sure she wanted sleep. She's like, I miss my cats and my bed. I was like, I totally understand. Yeah, some people just don't drink. It's not a big deal. Yeah, exactly. And we don't like pressure. She said it in the group chat before we even got there, and no one even offered her anything because we're not dumb fucks and we're not in junior high doing peer pressure shit. We'd rather just include her and have fun instead of trying to ruin the mood. I mean, it's good to know if you're like going to a place where there's going to be excessive partying. So that people aren't just like constantly asking you for stuff. Non-drinkers are wonderful. They'll be DDs and the voice of reason. See, forcing the non-drinkers to be DDs is pretty fucked up, actually. It's like, because then you feel that the only reason you're getting invited to hang out with your friends is because you don't drink. And it's just shitty. It's just a shitty feeling. And they have to deal with the fuck ups and they have to clean everything up. And yeah, it's just shitty. It's just shitty. And it's a shitty thing for you to do to your friends. When you invite your friends to a party, it should be under the guise of, we want you at the party to have fun. We don't want you at the party so you can be DD. If you need them to be DD, you should ask them to be a DD before asking them to the party. So there's an expectation there. It's like, hey, we really need a DD because we can't afford an Uber, but we also really want you at this party. Is it okay? You need to set an expectation. You have to set an expectation beforehand, or else you just look like a fucking asshole. It doesn't matter if it's the first time, the second time, the 50th time, you're gonna look like a fucking asshole. But I had a one-day Twitchcon pass for Saturday because that's when we plan to go to Twitchcon. We're like, okay, nobody wants to go to Twitchcon for like 3 days because there's probably not going to be that much stuff to do. Sure, there's like panels and stuff, but the panels that they were doing were for streamer groups. So the morning lobby for Among Us, they did a reunion type thing. And I guess Hafu made a speech that made a bunch of people cry, which is great and all, but I don't care. There's other things there, obviously, but that's why I wanted to go for like 1 day. You know, I was just like, we'll go for 1 day. And it'll be Saturday, and we'll just plan to meet people there on Saturday. Peaches bought her tickets too late, so she had to get a 3-day ticket to even go on Saturday. Herbie was just too late to get the single-day ticket and didn't want to get a 3-day ticket, so he just didn't buy a ticket. And he's like, I'll just do something else on Saturday. So Saturday morning came around. We were a little bit late on getting up and running. I don't even remember why, but we ended up going to get breakfast at some sorry excuse for a Mexican restaurant. We got pitchers of margaritas, which was great. Dude, we were trolling like the whole weekend. It was so funny. We made so many stupid pictures. Hold on, let me see if I can find one. This is one of my favorite ones. So we had a margarita pitcher here, and they gave us a ladle to serve it with. I don't know why. So so she was just like staring at it. He was just like looking off into the distance, and I was all super happy. It was obviously a fake one, but yeah, Zerbies. at TwitchCon, because this was Saturday morning at like 2:35. That is weird. Yeah, we were just doing stupid things because like everyone thought this wasn't staged, but this was actually staged. Not copium, by the way. But it's also weird. Yeah, they gave us a ladle. Who serves a margarita pitcher with a ladle? Margarita ladle might be exactly what my life is missing. True. True. I didn't know I was missing it until just now. We got messed up a little bit. I think we just walked around to different shops. I think that's what we did. I think we just walked down here, got to the beach. Oh yeah, 'cause there was Oktoberfest happening. There was Oktoberfest happening. We're like, oh, let's check it out. And then there was a line to eternity. And we're like, you know what? Maybe we don't want to check it out. And then we walked back. And then we met up with BBT, because BBT was at a bar with soda. And that was fucking sweet. I bought flowers for Peaches, and then Herbie took credit for it. But in reality, Peaches bought the flowers the whole time. She was just getting really pissed off that everyone kept taking credit for her buying flowers. I was like, here, Peaches, I bought you a flower. She's like, shut the fuck up. I gave it to Herbie. Herbie's like, here, Peaches, I got you 4 flowers. She's like, no, you fucking did it. She was getting so mad. But yeah, we were at, I don't even remember the first bar. We weren't there for that long. We showed up just to meet up with BBT and Soda. And then we went upstairs because I think more people were coming. The garage. Yeah, nobody cares about the name. They didn't give us free stuff. Fuck them. Oh, yeah, and then 019 showed up. 019 was also there. And then after that, Emma Skyward also showed up. She and her 2 friends, I think it was her boyfriend and then some other guy, they had to go. But then we went to some arcade bar, and that's when all hell broke loose. So we show up. There's not a whole lot of people there. Yeah, so Ollie was there, Kelsey was there, Veggie Wagon showed up, Yoshi showed up. Fuck, there was so many people. Who else was there? There was definitely more people there. 019 was still with us, BBT, Soda. And then a bunch of us, after that, at some point in time, the Fire Nation attacked. And that's as much as I'm going to get into with that. Nobody needs to know that story. Herbie lost everything. That's right. Like, the first thing that happened when we got there. Holy shit. I didn't even take a picture of this place. The beach house that we were at was beautiful, by the way. There's the door to the beach house. Then there's, like, stairs that go up and then a little deck. And then, you know, obviously there's... I don't know, I guess it's almost like a stoop. Whatever, but there's little railings, and on the railing there's a little passcode that you do to get the key out so you can do it because it's an Airbnb, right? So he gets the key out, blah blah blah. We throw some stuff in the house, and we're like, hey, we got to pick up some liquor, right? So we leave, and as we're leaving, for some reason Herbie decides to lock it back into the lock thing, the lock box. As he's doing that, he drops the key, and it falls in to one of the slits that are in the the stoop, because it's just wood slits. It's like a deck on it. And so we're there for not even like 15 minutes. And he loses the key. We can't get it out because it's just completely blocked off on all sides. So we're like, well... we can't lock up the place anymore. And apparently the Airbnb hosts are out of town. So now we're just kind of fucked. We had nothing to do. So that was Herbie. Day number 2 comes around. Herbie forgets the keys at 019's apartment. And so once again, we cannot lock the door. It's just, like, it's such a fucking dingus, dude. What a dingus. I can't believe he did that. I cannot believe he did it. There's also a lot of things I just cannot say on Twitch. On Sunday, we went out to a very mediocre breakfast. Every single food spot that we went to in San Diego was mid as fuck, right? I guess the first place we went to was all right. It was a sushi place. Although it looked really weird on my bank statement because it was like a JOI. And I was like, when the fuck did I get a $118 jerk off instruction in San Diego? I was like, there's literally no way I was that fucked up, okay? There's no way. Sunday was when we did the Unfinity draft. That was just weird. Nobody knew any of the cards. So Saturday is when we actually had most things planned, as far as we didn't even plan to go to the con. But Saturday was when we were supposed to go to the convention, and we just never made it, right? We just never made it because we were too fucked up. Sundays when we planned people to come over to the house and like hang out. It was basically an all-day house party. Was Unfinity as fun as it should? No, and then yes. It wasn't fun because drafting took a really long time because no one knew what the cards did and no one knew what the rules were. It was like the worst part. Even when we kind of maybe understood some of the rules, nobody understood the rules even after that. It was nobody knew what was going on. If I knew what the rules were ahead of time, or if I had somebody really explain everything that was there and like truly understand the rules, because a lot of things just seemed kind of like, okay, I understand that. But then once you actually understand it, it's completely different than what it actually was at first, right? So it was weird. It wasn't good because of that, but it was really good after that. And I think it could have been better. I think the second draft would have been, like if we did a practice draft the first time and then did a regular draft the next time, should be good. Yeah, it was me, Lobo Peaches. Was Dirt Nymph there for the draft? Yeah, she was. And then Strategist was there. Beer Time was there. Yeah, Ollie showed up. Ollie and Kelsey showed up in the middle of that draft. Oh yeah, so it was Sword and Board game. Swords and Board game? Sword and Boards? Sword and Board? Fuck, I don't remember. Which one it has an S? Is it just Sword and Board? I don't remember now. It is Sword and Board games. Okay, it is Sword and Board. After the Unfinity draft, Dirt Nymph came back, and she did a fucking fire show. She scared the shit out of me, though.
Like, thought she was gonna hurt herself type thing?
No. I thought she was gonna light the place on fire.
oh, that's fair. Fair.
I'll show you why in a second once I put on the. I got a couple really cool fucking shots of her though. We got that. So this was my rental car, the one in the back, and then too zoomed in. I know I had to pull up all the pictures first. Calm down. All right. And then there's these rope lights that are right there, but also right above here that you don't quite see, is just off frame. There's like a cloth canopy, actual cloth. No, I guess not cloth. It's more like almost mosquito netty, but
yeah, it's almost like a thick nylon.
Yeah,
but fire would mess that up something for yourself.
She hit it a couple times.
Oh Lord, and it didn't like catch on fire.
Yeah, and she almost hit these lights, and I thought it was gonna break the lights.
Well, that's a miracle.
Yeah, I mean, we had precautions just in case it happened, but it was super cool. But this picture was super sick. That one, you can tell the difference in where the fire is. It's like nothing changed outside of where the fire is, and there's just like huge complete change. The fire was so loud. I did not realize how loud fire twirling was.
For real? That's a thing?
When it's right next to you, it's like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I was like, whoa, all right. Yeah, it was very, very scary. And this one, she looks like that one crazy thing. What is that? What is that one dude? The skull, the flaming skull guy. What's his name?
Ghost Rider?
Yeah, that dude. She's like fucking Ghost Rider. Look at that. That's so sick. I was like, I'm gonna make her look like that Skull Flamey dude. She was doing so much crazy shit. She was like wrapping it around her neck, her legs like 15 times. She's only doing it for like a year and a half. Look how fucking happy she looks. It was so cool.
Did the neighbors come out and was like, what the?
There actually was because there was a an apartment building that was right next to, I think it was an apartment building or and it was some kind of complex, could be a motel or whatever. But it was right next to us and there was a bunch of windows there. And there was actually a couple people looking out and watching the fire show and they were like cheering. They're like, yeah! It was so cool.
Pictures, because I need to post this.
Like,
Oh my god.
oh my god, that's so sick.
Yes! Nice footwork. Yes! Oh.
She was just doing all this crazy shit.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Real life Chandra over here.
I missed where it kicked. It went off screen. Oh no!
Pictures, because I need to post this.
I don't remember which one I clicked on now. I had to do it sideways because I was like, all right. I'm in danger, exactly. Yeah, you can kind of hear someone in the background. Oh, do I have that? I don't even know if I have VLC on here. Can you even hear any of that? Oh yeah, you can.
Dude,
Yeah, but
that's
that-
like pretty long.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh.
Is that like
shit.
heavy?
I don't know. It was like a
That's
it
like-
was a
that's wrapped
ball
like
that she
4
just
times.
soaked
That's
in
crazy.
I don't know, kerosene or some shit. Dude, this whole thing was fucking crazy. It was so cool. Yeah, it was so loud. It was so loud. I'm trying to think, what else did we do? Oh yeah, when we were doing Peaches' stream, every time someone was like gifting subs.
All right, everybody helicopter dick in 3, 2, 1.
Helicopter dick? What's
Okay.
helicopter dick?
Like this, you go like this, and then it goes like. That was hype train.
So every time someone subbed, we did a helicopter dick. Dude, Ollie is like 6'4". Ollie too? Yeah, Ollie came over like 5 times. No, Ollie and I are good friends for a long time. And then he's swole too. Yeah, no, he's jacked, but everyone knew he was jacked, but he's like 6'2". Veggie Wagon came and hung out a few times. I was surprised Veggie Wagon came out as much as he did. Veggie Wagon was tight as fuck. Cause I had a podcast with Veggie Wagon, and he was pretty cool. But at Twitchcon, he was like a very different person. We hung out with a lot of people. I was pretty dumbfounded at how many people wanted to hang out. Apparently this pic is explicit. It wouldn't let me post it. It's cause Kelsey. Oh, this is a good picture. Yeah, I feel like we had a lot of good pictures. I think I also took a lot of pictures and just never posted them anywhere. I'll have to actually look. I wanted to hang out with John. I think that's the only reason I wanted to go to the con is because I wanted to hang out with John. I wanted to meet him. An hour later, here's where I'm at. It's just like everyone is... It was just so stupid. We never actually made it to karaoke. I think we could have gotten John out to karaoke, but we never actually made it, which is fine because I would rather talk and hang out with people than do karaoke, to be honest. Yeah, I hung out with like everyone I wanted to, I think, except for John. Who else went? Who else went that I didn't get to hang out with? I think John. Is John the only one? But he had to make, when you're going to TwitchCon, you have to keep your appearance. But at the same time, he can't really, pop up on our stream when we're doing degenerate shit, being degenerates, because, he's super family friendly. And he also, owns a daycare. So if like someone that is a client of his finds a clip of him and his wife at a party with a bunch of people drinking and smoking and saying fuck me in the dick and doing the helicopter dick and all this other stupid shit, probably wouldn't have gone over very well. I don't go to cons to do business typically. I go there to have fun, and that's when I network with people. I think I was able to network better with people than I would have been able to if I tried to be super businessy. I could have networked with business people if I actually went to the convention, but anybody who I actually really want to network with, like if it's a company or something, I just shoot them an email. And it's like stupid easy, right? They're just going to Twitchcon because they want to talk with creators who don't know how to send an email, right? And usually the booths that they have set up on TwitchCon, it's not to find people to sponsor, it's to sell people things. But yeah, and then the panels that they had, it wasn't particularly something I needed to see. I didn't really care about most of the panels. There wasn't a ton that was really MTG related, even at TwitchCon anyway. I didn't even know there was going to be one until Nessa was like, oh, there's an MTG section. They had Unfinity, and she got like a playmat. But then I guess the Unfinity stuff sold out super quickly. They did a draft, I think. But I guess the tabletop room was super small. The playmats were really cool, actually. But again, I don't play paper, so I don't care. That's the only thing that's really stopping my MTG growth right now, is if I played paper and I got into Commander, then I would actually be able to hit up a lot of the bigger YouTube channels. From what I hear about the Partner Lounge, every time I talk with like big streamers, or every time I hear big streamers talk about it, they just get mobbed by small partners asking them to like collab, and that's like all that happens. Don't forget about the Bang Energy. Oh my god. All right, so we found out that there was so I love Bang Energy, right? I shouldn't say that because I'm not sponsored, but we found out that there was a seltzer that Bang came out with, and we couldn't find what we actually wanted, so we just bought some, and we're like, whatever. And we drank some, and it was horrible. It was I don't even know. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. Even if you're super drunk, you're not going to think it's good.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to this point, it means you either really enjoyed the video or you fell asleep and I'm waking you up now. Either way, thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, come out with videos 7 days a week.